Hey guys, so I know we missed a few weeks. There was a couple weeks mini hiatus on a lot of the shows. And then last week, I know we had some new shows, but I missed them. It's been kind of a really crazy roller coaster of the last few weeks. It culminated with me getting married, so yay. So tonight's Flash episode. Last week, we had some crazy things happen. Iris found out about Barry, who he was. We had the Barry and Eddie fight. We had Cisco being killed by Wells. Cisco figuring out who Wells is. I mean, a lot of stuff happened. And then Barry reset the timeline. So that's where we're at this week. It's like a Groundhog's Day episode is what I think we're looking at. The clip that they showed going into like this week's episode, it was, Dr. Wells telling Barry, you can't change anything. Everything has to be exactly the same. But I have a feeling that things are going to change, that the tidal wave's not going to destroy the city. I think Cisco's not going to die. I don't think Cisco's going to figure it out about Wells. Wells, he's like a time traveler. What? Okay. So he's from, what was they said, like the 25th century, and then he's somehow like related to Eddie, and you're like, wait, what's happening? So I'm not still really not sure about him. I mean, I get it, he wants to get back to his own time, and somehow the Flash is going to help him get back to his own time. But then, like, why is he so, like, is he being evil, or is it because he just really wants to get back to his own time, and that's understandable? Like, I don't want him to be a bad guy, I guess. I really just don't want him to be a bad guy. But it looks like he probably will be. Okay, so we'll see what happens in tonight's episode. I have a feeling that the timeline's going to be reset and all the bad stuff's not going to happen.
You stir up trouble. Trouble is bad for business.
It seems like now that Cisco's been kind of taken, prisoner by Snart, I'm wondering if this day always ends with Cisco dying. I'm also wondering if Barry's going to eventually have to reset the timeline again. Like, are we going into a super Groundhog Day scenario? Maybe there's some big thing that changes it that makes it not. I don't know. And, don't drive angry.
You're acting like Christmas came early.
Yeah, no, I guess it did, kind of.
No, poor Barry.
Centuries. Imagine the havoc you could wreak.
Foreshadowing much?
That we all want you to stay. As that we love you too. Now, I am not a parent, but in many ways, you have shown me what it's like to have a son.
All right. So, end of the day, Cisco's still alive. Town's still intact. Iris is still with Eddie. But we do have Barry finally seeing that Wells maybe isn't who he says he is. That's like the big change. But otherwise, the timeline, kind of none of the bad stuff happened. We even still have Snart. I know I from what I understand, like Snart and his brother, they're all going to be going onto the new show with Adam or something, if I remember correctly. I remember seeing something about that. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I love them as bad guys. They are just pretty much the most adorable bad guys ever, and you just kind of want to hug them, which is weird for a bad guy, but adorable. Sure, you kill people, but you're so clever about it. The big thing from this week's episode, I guess, is the fact that Barry now is suspicious of Wells. And it's like he has these amazing speeches, and when he told Cisco, it's like, I see you as a son. It's like, oh my God, you have this like amazing speech, but then you go and kill that other dude, and so like not good. I almost feel like he views the people in the century as like his playthings, because like he said last week, you've already been dead for centuries. So in the end, it's like he kind of cares, but we're more like toys to him. And ways to get to his own means. Although then why does he seem to care so much about Cisco? I just don't understand. I mean, I guess it's good because he's not like black and white. He's not just like evil or good. He's in between, which makes him human. And nobody's just evil. So, I mean, he's actually, the characters on this show are so well written that way. Like, Wells is such a well-written villain because he isn't all evil. And it's hard to hate him. I'm like, but he's so good to Cisco and Barry, and he has such good motivational speeches and stuff. So it is hard. And it'll be interesting to see if that's going to be where this like season ends up, is with him becoming the ultimate baddie. Is he the ultimate baddie? I don't know. It's such a weird thing. And it's going to be really interesting to see where it all ends up going. So if you like watching TV shows with me, you can subscribe to my page, and you can do that right here. I will be doing Supernatural. I'm not sure. Maybe Arrow sometimes, Flash sometimes. We'll see how that ends up going. Walking Dead season finale is coming up, and I have to catch up on Walking Dead. It was really hard with the wedding and everything. So anyway, if you like hearing me talk about things, subscribe to my page, and I will talk to you guys next time.